I'm Jimi Hendrick, and this is a filler episode for the Enterprise in America series. Why join ACN on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Hi, I'm Jimi Hendrick, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Success, Confidence, and Thrive Coach. I wish to let you know that there are patterns to help you receive more, help you live a better and extraordinary life right now. I also believe that there are spiritual and temporal tips to help you overcome the adversities in the everyday life. So if you come with me, I will show you these patterns. Get ready. Let's go. Okay, the way I see it, I got maybe about 11 minutes or so that I'm going to do this podcast. And so I'm going to try to go through it as briefly as I can. Really, my thirst for something like ACN started in February, March of 2021. I was hanging out with my friend Bishop Dave during the deep freeze in Texas. Some of you probably saw that in the news a couple of years ago. And didn't necessarily want to camp out with my family, so I camped out with Bishop Dave, and he gave me this book of merit badges, the lifestyle that we call the strenuous life. And let me tell you something. One of the merit badges was entrepreneurship. And I thought, oh, well, I'll tweak it. Well, I started reading things, and some ideas came to my mind. Of course, a lot of ideas that they have about entrepreneurship is kind of like the traditional industrial age style. And I mean, I hate to say that, but in some ways it's true. And I kind of put my desire to be an entrepreneur on the side. I mean, I still wanted it. But at the time, I was looking after my mother, and she was very important to me. But as time wore on, I went into a funk. My mother moved out of the Midland, Odessa area, and at some point, the majority of the family did. Except for some of my sister's people and her in-laws. Okay? So now, here's what's up. Okay, if you can be ready for this. May of 2021, my mother moved out of the house. September of 2021, my nephew moved out of the house. And most of my family started the trek towards Dallas, Fort Worth. And then in October, both you and the Restored Church of Christ, I'll explain to this again. The stake leaders, which I call them the area leaders, they announced rearrangements in the geographical congregational boundaries. And that stung. That hurt. And I didn't know what else to do. And then a few months later, Bishop Dave announces and says, I'm moving. And so he moves in June. And I'm laying there through parts of the summer, just laying there on the couch, thinking, feeling sad, lonely, and calling out to God, saying, hey, I need purpose. I need purpose. Well, a good friend of mine, in September, when I came back, the first demarcation line that things had to change, and I had to go by some things on my terms, was when I went to my trip to visit Bishop Dave in Salt Lake in September. And the icing on the cake was when a friend of mine at Toastmasters gave her presentation about ACN. And I was like, boom. I called her at first to talk about switching phone plans. And one thing led to another, and bam, I got interested in ACN. And she mentioned a guy by the name of Presley Swaggerty. Went to the Zoom meetings, looked him up. I think he's a wonderful influencer, and I think one of the great current mentors that I have. Even if for a time it's from afar, I admired him. Right now, one of the things I love about ACN is that the team's there to support you. The team's there to help you. But of course, you got to put forward the effort. Okay, right? You put in the initial investment, which is about $299, $300, and it's worth it. It's worth it, and that means you need to push in, have the expert, put in the sweat equity, and just, some entrepreneurial gurus say, well, you need to grind. I prefer to flow. I call it two things, flow and hustle. Because if you can flow and hustle, there you go. Because so many people say, well, it's grind. But a lot of the people that I listen to on the entrepreneurial front, like, Sir Charles Carey, Pastor Mel Keys, Dr. Delatoro McNeil II, he especially talks about flow and hustle. And one of the things I think he said was that grind was very industrial age. You hustle and you flow. And ACN allows you to do that in your spare time. At some point, I'm going to be doing a video on this very thing, if I can. So I want you to look for it. I want you to look for it and the importance there, and how much it means to you. Because I tell you something, I love ACN. I know I do need to put forth the effort. I was going to let you know that at some point I will go in the show notes and give you guys my ACN website, because I would love to for you guys. One of the products I'm passionate about is Impact Health Sharing. And so March 14th, I'm going to have an episode about Impact Health Sharing. Okay, so get ready. I'm going to study it. Well, all I can do with that, and I hope it blesses you. I really do, because I care about my audience, and I can't think of a better networking business to get started than ACN. And with that, I hope you enjoy listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Please share this with Mama-san, Papa-san, and everyone. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. And God bless you.